Good morning, everybody. If you struggle with a narcissist in your life, in whatever capacity, and you continuously find yourself wondering, why can't this relationship just go well? Friendship, family relationship, romantic partner, whatever the case, if you find yourself asking that question, this video might help you. So I'm going to tell you right now why things can't go well with the narcissist. And there's a couple different reasons for this. Number one is the narcissist's intent is not the same thing or the same intent as yours is. People that are normal and healthy and stable, people especially who are loving, especially if you are a light-bearing, God-fearing person who wants the best for people, who's empathetic, who's compassionate, who gives to a fault oftentimes, and we should give to a fault, but with the proper boundaries, and that's not the purpose of this video. But for people like us, when we enter a relationship, let's say it's a friendship. I talk a lot about the romantic relationship. Let's say friendship for the time being. You don't want to give your time away to somebody that's not worth your time. That's a great rule. That's something we now know, having gone through the narcissistic relationship. Value your time. Give it to people who are worth your time. But when you've done that, you enter a relationship with somebody. You want reciprocity. You want to know that that person has your best interest at heart. They want to see you succeed. They want to be there when you need them, and you will be there for them when they need you. That's how it's supposed to work. A 50-50, sometimes it's 45-55, it can waver a little bit, but it means both people have the intent to make the relationship work, to make it happy. They want it to go smoothly. Think about what a malfunction it is in a person when they enter a relationship for another reason. When they, for instance, enter a friendship thinking to themselves from the onset, what can I get out of this individual? How can I show as little effort as humanly possible on my end and get, at the same time, the most from this person that I can? We don't think that way. The narcissist does. Guys, the narcissist thinks that way all the time. Their sole purpose with every single interaction, and hear me, every single interaction, is to get the most out of that person or some specific thing out of that person. Maybe they suck up to you at the workplace and want to be friends because they think that can help them advance their career. Maybe they know that you're sort of a big deal in a humble way. You're important at your job, and maybe you're higher up than they are, and they want to befriend you, and they want to kind of suck from the power teat, for lack of a better way to say it, and they want to climb the ladder on your back. That's why a narcissist would do it. Narcissists can be a disaster at the workplace, or they can be your absolute best friend in the world if you have something to offer. Maybe you're in some kind of club together, and they think that by befriending you, they can reach a higher level in that club or that group. Maybe they're just befriending you because they know you have a high status, and that somehow that'll bring them popularity. Maybe you have a specific role at an organization, and I've already kind of mentioned this one, but they know that they have something in mind, and it might even be your role that they want to steal from you, unbeknownst to you, but they think to themselves, this is my logical step. So I will butter this person up, I will pretend to be the next best thing and their best friend, so that I can get whatever I'm trying to get. Guys, that is the thought process of the narcissist from the onset of the relationship in a friendship setting. Everything they do has a purpose and a motive. They don't value you. They don't appreciate you. If there's anything about a narcissist I can say, there's a lot of things, but one thing with assurance is that they value and appreciate absolutely nobody. You could lasso the moon and pull it down for them, and they wouldn't care. There's nothing you can do for these people, because partially their intent is not the same as yours. Romantic sense, let's put it this way for the time being. When you enter a romantic relationship with somebody, and you're somebody like me and us on this channel, and good, decent people, God-fearing people, we want to make a healthy, functional, reciprocal relationship. That's what we desire to do. The relationship that the narcissist envisions, nothing like that. They know, they not just want, they know from the onset that they are going to manipulate you, that this relationship is going to end, ultimately, for most of them sooner than later. They know most of the time that they are unfaithful to you from the onset. So people will ask sometimes, when did the narcissist start cheating? When did they start communicating with other people? The answer is that, well, they didn't start because they were always doing it. It's kind of like saying, when did God come to exist? Well, he's eternal. He didn't come to exist at any point. Well, the narcissist didn't start cheating on you at some point. The narcissist was always, from the very beginning, from before you knew them to when you met them, and all the way through the relationship, and after it ended, and onward, were communicating and or seeing other people. That's a fact. If they can be doing that. And most of them today, giving dating sites, social media, the age of texting, they can drum something up on the side, as lousy as that might be at times. So they entered the relationship, in other words, with the intent of burning you. The intent was never to be faithful. It was never to be committed. They don't care about that stuff. It means absolutely nothing to them. Just like getting engaged, nada, means nada. Getting married, nothing. If anything, if engagement, pregnancy, marriage, anything like that means one thing to a narcissist, it's this. I now have a better license to abuse this person. I've got them. They're trapped. They can't just walk out the door. They can't just end things. They can't just walk away. Poof. They can't do that anymore because I've got them. In order for them to leave, it's going to take a lot of work. So they know this, and going into the relationship, this is their intention, to somehow entangle you in a way that they can manipulate and abuse you to oblivion without you being able to just readily walk away. Hear what I'm saying. This is their mindset. This is what they think entering a relationship. Some people think that, and I guess I see their point, that the narcissist is sort of gaslighting themselves, or Satan is gaslighting the narcissist, because they adore you and they put you on this pedestal and they idolize you and they think you're the fix for their lives. Well, that might be true to some degree because they're crazy. They're insane, among many other things. They can do the same thing over and over and over and over and somehow think it's going to be different next time. But that's just one part of it. For the most part, they enter the relationship, and even if they're idolizing you, they know in the back of their mind they're going to blow it up because they've always blown every relationship up. And more importantly, their intent is to make sure it does. Another way I can prove this, the intent of the narcissist is to cause disruption. It's to destroy things. It's because every time a relationship is going smoothly at all with a narcissist, if you can sit back and think to yourself, man, the last few weeks, well, who am I kidding? Weeks? The last several days of the relationship, rather, it's gone really well. We got along splendidly. They've been kind. I've gotten some breadcrumbing, but I didn't know it was breadcrumbing. It's gone really well. You can be 100% sure that the shoe's going to drop. You don't know what they're going to do precisely or how they're going to do it, but you do know, once you've gotten used to their pattern for a little bit, this has gone too well for too long. What are they going to do? What's coming? A rage fit? An explosion? Are they going to go through my phone and find something that's not even there? Are they going to make up some absolutely asinine reason to throw a fit and to leave and to go talk to somebody else? What are they going to do? Are they going to text me and throw a fit because there's dog hair in the house? Because I left a light on? I got the wrong bread or rice? What's going to happen? And guys, this occurs because the narcissist's intent is to cause disruption. They have to do it, and they want to do it. All of us normal people are thinking, I just want things to go smoothly. I just want to have a good relationship. That's all I want. Just peace, stability, transparency, reciprocity. The narcissist wants none of those things in any relationship. They want what they can get. Even after the discard or reverse discard, depending on what happens, and they look back on you, and they'll always look back on you, especially if you were perhaps the greatest thing they've ever had, which many of us I'm sure were. They'll always look back, but they're not going to look back and say, oh, I just miss that person so much. They were so wonderful. No. They'll think, I miss the trips they took me on, or I miss their endless empathy, or I miss how they they allowed me to do so many things behind their back, and they kept trying. I love the effort that they put in. Maybe I love some romantic aspect of the relationship that they brought in. But they don't care about you. They don't care about anyone. Nobody except themselves. And they don't actually love themselves, that they just are self-absorbed. So, the narcissist's intent in a relationship is nothing like what ours is. You have to fundamentally understand that. Because you can bang your head against the wall saying, if only I had done X, Y, or Z better. What if I had given more? What if I'd been more compassionate? What if I had not done this, or this that they blew up about? What if I had been more perfect in the relationship? We can do these things till the cows come home. But the problem is, their intention and their intent in the relationship was never for it to go smoothly, or to work, or to last, or to be healthy and fruitful. They don't care about those things. Those aren't values and virtues of the narcissist. There's no goodness in them. There is no love, empathy, compassion, reliability. Reciprocity doesn't even enter the picture for them. The only time they're going to do that is at the very beginning when they're trying to ensnare you. And from the point on that they feel they've ensnared you, the rest of that way is a roller coaster ride where they give nothing and you give everything. That's how that works. So I hope you guys understand this. The narcissist's intentions are never the same as yours. They're never trying to make things work. This is why nothing can work. And the last part I want to mention about this is part 2, and it's going to be brief, trust me. It's connected to this. The narcissist, because of all of this, can never have good things. It is an absolute, it might as well be a law like gravity. It might as well be a universal constant. The narcissist cannot have good things. So, let's put it this way. If you are a kind, loving, wonderful person, a person of the light, they can't have you. They can't tolerate that. They want you because they want to steal your light and they want to steal your salvation and your life. And that's what their goal is. That's what their aim is. They're Satan's foot soldiers. That's their plan. But they can't stand you, ultimately. They can't have a good thing if they meet somebody who's just wonderful. They're on a mission to destroy them. They're tainted, they're corrupt, they're sick people. There's no house that's good enough for the narcissist. There's no job that's good enough for the narcissist. No car, no friendship, no romantic partner. They could go to a lab, if it were possible, like the movie Weird Science. They could create a person in a lab, so to speak, give them the best physical traits, personality traits, the height they want, all the endowments they want, the intelligence, every single thing would be optimized to the exact specifications of the narcissist. and they'd get sick to death of that person they created. And they'd get sick of him very, very quickly. Nothing is ever good enough. The narcissist can't have good things. They don't want good things. Their intention is never to have them. And there's no way that they're ever going to accept it. So the take home from this message, guys, and sorry I shook my camera there. The take home from this message is that not you, not me, not anyone on the face of this planet is ever going to be able to appease and satisfy the narcissist. I don't care if you work with them, if you're friends with them, if you're a romantic partner, if you're parents, if you're the child, if you're a sibling. If you work in any capacity with one of these people, do not ever beat yourself up about the fact that you can't please them. No one on earth could please them. Jesus cannot please them. Believe me. Jesus, they despise him. He's the truth. They're a lie. We are the truth. They are of lie. So don't ever think to yourself, I'm going to do enough. I'm going to satisfy them. I'm going to make the right changes. I'm going to give a little more. They can't have good things. And their intention from the beginning was never to have good things. When you understand this, these very basic principles about the narcissist, I think it's liberating. You should not spend any more time ruminating negatively on the relationships or even the present relationships you have with these people, thinking somehow, some way I can fix this, or I can do it better, or maybe I'll get them to stop these behaviors, or maybe they'll change what they're doing. They're not going to change what they're doing. They need chaos. They need drama. They can't have good things. And their intention from day one, they don't want to have good things. Guys, these people are so shot and so corrupt. They truly are. If you think you're going to have a satisfying relationship with one of them, you are dreaming. So if you remember these two rules, the narcissist's intention is nothing like what yours is. Never has been, never will be. It will never work with anyone in any capacity ever, 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 because they don't intend it to. And the fact that anything good they have, they will destroy. They will destroy everything they touch. They can't have good things. If you remember those two things, you'll be good with the narcissist. Keep that in the back of your mind. If you do that, you'll never have to seriously suffer from these people, because you realize you may have to deal with them. I get it. That's not pleasant. But if you realize there's nothing I can do to do any better or to change their behavior ever in any way, it's pretty freeing. It's pretty liberating. And then you can truly just kind of detach and say, this person is too broken to be fixed, and they are too broken to be fixed, and it's freeing. Give yourself a break, guys. Don't deal with these toxic people at all, ever, if you can, ever. But also know that there's not a thing on earth you can do to change them. So I hope this helps somebody today. It's a really pretty day here where I'm at. I hope it is for you guys as well. I've had kind of a rough week. Very poor sleep and numerous other things, but it's okay. It's fine. We keep soldiering on. As long as God is the center point of your life, there's nothing that can happen. There's nothing that can truly get you. Whether you live or to die, as Paul said, to live as Christ and to die as gain. So just remember, life with God is good. It's wonderful, and it's everlasting. Don't sweat over these people. They never wanted the same thing that you did, and they can't have it anyway. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll come at you with another video soon. Until then, God bless.